Am I the a-hole for not supporting my brother because I emotionally damaged by being the golden child? I, 33 male, have always known that I was the favorite child of all my siblings, 27 male, 25 female, and 23 male. I always got the best things while my siblings got the hand-me-downs. I had the latest number of gifts and the most attention. All of this mostly because I am quite gifted academically. Once I didn't get an favorable grade and my younger brother was blamed because he had been playing music when I was studying, which was absolutely untrue, and I tried to explain it to my parents and got grounded. During university, I had full scholarship, so my college funds remained mostly untouched. When it was time for my brother to go to university, he called me subbing. My parents only saved for me and not my siblings. I gave him what remained of my fund, adding enough to the amount to get him through university. My sister got a partial scholarship and I paid the rest and living expenses. Both of them went no contact with our parents after moving out, and I don't blame them. I myself am low contact with them. My bond with my brother and sister has improved a lot since then, and we actually get along pretty well. My youngest brother decided he would take some gap years before going university. Our parents and him traveled the country and abroad during this time. My parents had sent me loads of pictures of the three of them having fun with the son who actually cared, and that I was disappointed. When my youngest brother finally decided to go to university, he approached me and I agreed to pay. Here's what I stopped. Few days ago, I got tagged with a video clip of him drunk and cussing me out. I messaged him later and I was extremely hurt, but he brushed me off, saying he didn't mean it. I let it go. Few days ago, I met one of his friends from university, and it turned out that he had failed all his classes and was planning to drop out. I immediately called him. After a lot of questioning, he finally confessed that he wanted to drop out. On being asked what he would do, he simply said I should support him and give him a monthly allowance. The amount he said was an average monthly salary in our area due to emotional damaging him. He said our parents had paid their dues and still had to pay mine. I told him in that I wouldn't under any circumstances do give him money for nothing and hang on. Since then, I am being blasted with messages from my parents and youngest brother calling me selfish and a-hole for not supporting my brother. My other brother is with me on this, but my sister said I should at least consider it, and if I can't, then she will support him, which I feel bad about because I am much higher earner than her, and I could probably spare money while she has her own husband and child to look out for. Am I the a-hole?
NTA at all. That is ridiculous. You didn't owe any of your siblings anything and have already gone above and beyond. Youngest brother needs to get a job and learn how to support himself. Tagging on to this comment because it's the top on. You did not damage anyone, your parents did. FFS, if none of you get that, then you all should go therapy, your parents messed up big time. NTA, you've absolutely gone above and beyond to support your siblings already, and your younger brother is now simply trying to take advantage of you. No one has a right to call you selfish for not supporting him. If they want to see him supported financially, then that's up to them to provide that support. NTA. And all of you siblings need therapy to deal with the consequences of having such awful parents. But you most certainly should not support your feckless younger brother. Your younger brother is now the golden child, let your parents deal with him. NTA, as my parents' least favorite child, I would never ever expect my siblings to make up for our parents' shortcomings. You were extremely generous and paid for their educations, but it's time your brother grew up and learned to be an adult. NTA, you are not responsible for your parents' abuse. You, a child, had no more control over how you were raised than they were. I am quite sure it also damaged you, if in different ways. You have supported all three of your siblings when it was your parents' responsibility to do so. Over and beyond what you could with your collage fund. You did it because, despite your parents' best efforts, they raised a good person. It was never your responsibility to make up for their failings, yet this seems to be what your brother has taken away from this. Your brother should be looking to his parents for that support if he feels so entitled. It was already incredibly kind of you to support him through collage. I don't know where he gets off thinking you are responsible for funding a grown adult's lifestyle. You are not responsible, and you owe him nothing. He is an adult. Time to grow up. NTA. Being the golden child can be complicated and even hard if you know you're the one and dislike it. But really, you did what you could and have been a responsible older brother. However, to make your sister happy too, and to find out how damaged he is or not, you could offer that you would pay for therapy, which is probably cheaper as a salary. That would actually help him, because he can't depend on his brother for all eternity. NTA. You made up for your parent neglect of your siblings by paying for school. Well, it was not your obligation to do so, it was extremely generous and likely healed a bit of hurt from the older sibs. Also, the emotional damage was done by your parents, not you. But that's the point. You are not obligated. And I'm also getting the weird feeling here that you weren't the golden child for free. Did your parents ever say do anything along the lines of we are going to give our oldest everything, so that one day, he can take care of the rest of the kids? This emotionally damaging him is a load of BS. Golden child could have that damage, but in this case it seems the main issue was prolonged exposure to parents. Given the 10-year difference, the impact on younger brother while Op was living in the house was substantially less than the other siblings. And afterwards Op limited contact with the parents. However, the longer the kids were exposed to the toxic attitude of their parents, the more issues. Sister feels compelled to help, and youngest bro wants to be a bum for life. I'd not give him a cent. And you're not responsible for what sister wants to do. But if you want to help sister out, perhaps add a joint fund to contribute to younger brother that you pay a bigger share. But the fund should be set at subsistence level only, and not average salary. NTA. You haven't paid your dues. You helped 3 siblings get an education. It's not youngest's fault that he didn't follow through on it. The only ones responsible for youngest are himself and his parents. Tell anyone who harasses you that they are perfectly capable of helping him if they feel so bad for him. And maybe get sister some counseling, so she learns that she is not responsible for him either.